you
Look at this adaptation. They don't want to actually have the Nature's Prophet mid versus the Bat. They're going to put the Lifestealer mid. So this is a matchup that we've seen, you know, in the side lanes for the Lifestealer. You just play around that Rage.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, right? I mean, Vincere should be all right, right? And as you say, you know, he's a Lifestealer. He's not going to die to the Bat. I mean, he's not going to die, but is he going to have an easy time, or is it still a little tricky left on his own?
I think I'm wondering how tricky it actually might be, because Rage, it is an 18-second cooldown.
Sure, you have, when you don't have the Rage, you got to be careful, right? So it's kind of a game where you're trying to farm and then you're popping Rage at the moment that the Bat tries to actually go for a kill on you.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it in the mid lane, so I'm curious to see how it's going to work in the mid, because in the side lane, sometimes you get some help and you can actually play around your Rage timings when you do have that downtime. Let's see if, I think Koikva might be able to play around this one a little bit. I think Vtoon will get farmed because he's got the base damage and this attack speed and all that, but I think he might be threatened a bit. Every time Rage is down, I think Koikva's going to push the limits on him. Yeah,
and you think, like, Liquid, they'll keep it like this, they won't try and, like, swap Boxy and Koikva's lanes?
Maybe they will just swap it. And they're actually going to. Yeah, Boxy's going to move toward mid, so then he's going to have this really good matchup versus the Lifestealer, and then this is perfect for Liquid. This is very ideal.
And this is, you know, something that Liquid can do, as we were talking about earlier today, because Boxy, he's more than happy to play the mid role. He's been put in the mid lane multiple times now throughout the tournament, and he does fine.
Yep. And we'll see how Vtoon does in this matchup. He's still got good sustain. I mean, it's still this Lifestealer mid who's got all this sustain from the right clicks. Harassment's going to be there for Boxy, but I feel like Vtoon should be able to farm now. He's going to be felt to farm in this matchup anyway, but Boxy's also going to get free farm. Bottom, this set matchup, though, they can actually set up a lot of kills onto Iceberg like this if he's not careful with his positioning. But the nukes from the Disruptor could help a lot. But yeah, IO plus Batrider is very threatening. The move speed, you can just get on top of these heroes very quickly and burn them down. Always want to fly, doing a great job there with that harassment.
Vtoon.
And they're actually swapping lanes. Vtoon, he doesn't want to actually be versus the Death Prophet, and Liquid's going to follow. So just musical lanes coming out here.
I guess overall a little easier for Na'Vi to make the moves with, well, I guess Iceberg, because he has got the 2 teleports, but...
Yep. But Boxy walked, so he saved his TP so that he can make the role reversal if they do switch. And
who's going to concede to this first, these musical lanes? That's the question.
I mean, Vtoon is hiding himself. He's TPing back toward mid. And Iceberg's going to start TPing bottom. Musical lanes all around here. Boxy, we're probably going to see him maybe look to move as well. And yeah, Vtoon almost level 3. Koikva still level 1. Haven't looked up top yet, but Mikke getting aggressive on Roger. Can they actually get the kill? They can. They get the first blood.
They will. First blood for Mikke. General's able to take down both Vincere and Mikke's courier in return. First blood for the Spectre.
And it looks like Liquid is gonna... It looks like they're keeping it like this for now. So Koikva is gonna be super slowed down. Now he can't actually take advantage of Rage downtime. It's already level 3 Lifestealer. He's like level 1. And he's already got those 10 stick charges. So, yep. Swap's working out for Na'Vi, and already General is getting a game. That's what we saw, what Liquid did the last 2 games. They just prevented General as well as Roger from having good starts. General is going to absolutely have a game now.
I mean, it's just a great lane, right? And he's not up against the tri lane.
Nope. And he can pressure. He definitely can. It's, you know, it's great for Liquid that they got the first blood from Mikke, but yeah, General and Roger are going to actually be able to have a good impact now. Bottom. Some pressure on to always want to fly.
And on to Iceberg.
Not even Iceberg here.
Very aggressive. He's got Crit Swarm up in a second.
Actually gets him.
Boxy. He's got it. Thunderstrike is down as well as the tower hits. And he will die. Will die. They always want to fly, having enough damage with the Thunderstrike. So they get the trade.
And yeah, I mean, Koikva's now just getting ruined in mid. He can't do anything to Vtoon. He actually just has to start playing cutting lanes and just playing that type of mechanic versus this Lifestealer from all these lane swaps. Bottom, Taiga will be okay. But Navi's actually getting to play their game, as they really didn't get to play in the last 2, so...
Oh yeah, this is, already...
Much better.
Infinitely better. For Na'Vi, they're up to a lead hit. 3 minutes in. They've managed to force things the way they wanted it. And they're getting good farm on all 3 cores so far.
And they're really slowing, they're really shutting down Koifa. He pulls the wave to meet them on V2, and he denies all the creeps from Koifa, even though he's trying to get any type of farm.
Both lanes now bottom, they kill off Tiger. Top lane General's able to blow up Mickey.
Much better. And we see General double bracers too. He's going to be confident up in this lane. He's going to be going for the bottleneck so he can stay sustained. And they're going to continue being able to slow down the farm of the Spectre. Yeah. Can't say how much better this is really for Na'Vi. As bottom though, they will lose Iceberg the second time still.
Just enough damage there coming in before Iceberg was able to TP away from the two of them.
Those deaths are actually quite concerning. The Lifestealer is free farming, but this Nature's Prophet, he already has a tough game across the board with what he's playing against naturally. Spectre and Batrider are going to be able to eat him alive throughout the mid game and later stages. Him having a tough time in lane is a bit concerning for Na'Vi. Yeah, V2, and he's taken over the mid lane. He's actually pushed Koifa. Koifa has to just go jungle, in fact.
Yeah, he's just not been able to get any of the CS in the mid at all. How well V2's been able to deny against him. V2 also stepping up to take that 5-minute rune off Liquid's half of the map.
And he's even using his illusions to block the camps so that they don't respawn.
Oh, damn.
Blocking both of them. Oh, he actually missed the secondary block.
He couldn't get that one in time. But the intent was there. Yeah, it's a good idea from V2.
Insania. He'll go down as well. The Orb of Venom slow kicking in. Seen this picked up a lot of times on these offlane Mars, and yeah, Na'Vi.
This is starting to play out how we've seen Na'Vi's victories come out through for all the wins that they did have up until the grand finals. You know, General just popping off from the start, 3 kills on him. V-Tune getting perfect farm in whichever scenario and area Na'Vi's able to find for him.
And it's the mid lifestealer too, so he's free farming, but he's also getting insane levels. He's already level 6 on this lifestealer too, so he can look to make moves around the map early on because of this spike here. And he's got the Infest with that Nature's Prophet too. Taiga. Bring it to always want to fly. Can't quite punish him though.
And yeah, so as you said, well, overall at the moment for Na'Vi, the only worry really is Iceberg on the prop and what sort of game he's going to be able to make for himself.
Yeah, and what he's going to be able to actually provide in the game too, because he is just versus these natural counters that he's going to have to get an early BKB to try to protect himself. But even then, there's just so many things that just go right through it. As always want to fly, he steps up a bit too far versus Boxy.
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire.
Going to keep him alive, and with the Sprout down onto Tiger, Iceberg's trying to turn. Tiger, he's on the run, but the creeps are hitting in, and Tiger, he's going to pop as he dies there. Iceberg covering a little bit with that sort of kill. He's still hunting for Always Want to Fly. Can't quite find him, though. Always Want to Fly able to juke him out and get away. Boxy's still trying to chase him down, but he has no mana left.
Nicely done. Decent stack on the bottom side too. A little double stack here at the ready if either team does want to contest this. Koifa could look for it. Koifa not even going to be able to get that rune. Which had been sitting there for a minute up top. V-Tune just walks in and takes it. Yeah, I mean, he's really just... He's trying to deny all the creeps too when Koifa does Firefly. He's doing just a great job, V-Tune, really, in this matchup. 49-12. Slowing down that start of Liquid. 2K gold lead already for Na'Vi. Level 6 up on General, too.
Immediately making the move on to Mickey. They drop the arena and the spear down. Mickey, is he going to be able to live through this damage? They're diving in on him. Mickey turns with the dagger, but Iceberg TP's over, has that extra bit of damage to offer to take out Mickey yet again. Na'Vi really putting the pressure onto Mickey, and I mean, this game, it's just a complete difference from what we've been seeing from Na'Vi so far this grand finals. It looks like they've just... I mean, what is the big difference, do you think, from this game compared to the other two with how Na'Vi's being able to get such a good start out of this game 3?
They actually fixed their lanes. They actually moved their lanes around to be able to respond to Liquid accordingly. Top still will lose Iceberg to the double ult combo. But yeah, I think it really is just because of just slight movements with musical lanes and just giving themselves actually a real lane up top. Having Liquid have a dual lane bottom, they actually can just do a regular dual lane top and be able to play the game.
V-Tune, he's charging in up top with the DD. Koifa's got to be careful of how close he gets to this. And already there's the slow from the dive. He's not got Firefly. V-Tune is going to be able to get it on top of Koifa. And with the DD, he's going to have no trouble taking him down.
And this is such a nice natural move for him because he already killed the mid tower
this tower's
so
dead.
Early on.
And now another tower for him. There's V-Tune Lifestealer.
He's definitely going to be a big problem for them to deal with.
Bottom.
There's Boxy. They have another ult on General in a second.
Set up. Look towards Boxy here. Boxy with the exorcism out. Na'Vi will respect it a bit, starting to back off. General has got the combo if he wants to try and commit, but a little scary whilst Boxy has the Ghost up and Tiger with a potential tether.
He's fighting Tiger, though.
Tiger, though. The silence does come out to stop the spear follow-up straight away. Tiger still taking heavy damage from the Thunderstrike and the right clicks of Iceberg and Always Want to Fly. They've taken the IO out.
They're kiting up Boxy. His exorcism is about to start ending, too. Always Want to Fly. He has Glimpse at the ready in a second, too.
Yep, Sprouts out. And General, he's heading over. Spears up in a second. Boxy is going to get pinned against the tree line. Na'Vi take down the two of them.
Na'Vi's just on all fronts this game. Already up to a 4K lead. And Vtoon, he's just leading the charge up top. He just parks himself in the lane. They can bring 3 heroes bottom. They can't actually rotate to help out bottom for Boxy and Tiger because of how behind they are in this early game. This is looking like a totally different one.
And this is going to be the game where we will certainly see Liquid tested. You know, but sort of coming into this series, it was these sort of openings that were the reason why I think a lot of us felt that this could be a tough series for Liquid, because when Na'Vi do get this sort of advantage this early on, they don't lose these games. Na'Vi have not been making mistakes that have allowed them to sort of lose these sort of early game leads.
No, they continue applying the pressure, and Liquid, it is a Spectre. He does need some time to back up and farm the jungle. He does have to hit some Ancients. He does have to hit some stacks, and now with these early towers taken out from Na'Vi, they can look to invade. They have such good team fight, too, around that invasion that they can definitely bring it to Liquid in those triangle areas.
On Vtoon. Gonna look to charge in straight away on Boxy. They've dropped the Static Storm down. Boxy is in a lot of trouble. The relocate will take Boxy out, but the Glimpse timed perfectly to bring Tiger back into action so he doesn't get out himself.
He does save the core, though, so Liquid will take that, but the pressure immediately. Na'Vi with the Nature's Prophet here. They're going to take out the third and final tier 1. That's going to inhibit Liquid's movement around the map so much, and it's just going to make all their moves obvious. Na'Vi.
Super fast, yeah. 3 tier 1s and 11 minutes in. Very fast pressure from Na'Vi.
And they just have such good team fight around it all too. Is if Liquid does try to bring the battle to them, they'll fight back. And now they actually make their way into that triangle, like we're mentioning. They can just take away the Ancients. Spectre not going to have the time to farm those, Mika.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be able to contest Na'Vi here by the looks of it, unless they bring everyone in. They are bringing the 4 of them over.
Quakefa's coming over too, and it is just 2 heroes for Na'Vi right now. Vtoon does have to give some respect because there is a BKB piercing disable. Does have to give respect whenever the bat is there versus Lasso.
Until Quaifa has the blink, though. Limited catch.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be pretty easy for Vtoon to see them come running at him.
Iceberg looks like he's going to be the target for Quaifa. He's already setting up toward top for him. They have the haunt too if they want to. Iceberg? Definitely going to get ran down here.
Instant haunt. And Iceberg. No way of playing his way out of this one.
They save the lasso for themselves too. Mid, Always Want to Fly's looking for the glimpse. He's just short of it. Can't quite. And now the relocate from Liquid.
All right, it's going to bring Boxy over. Always Want to Fly is on the retreat though. No, the combo. As the relocation's taking them straight into all 3 ults, perfectly placed down by General Always Want to Fly and Roger. As soon as they come in with that reload, Static Storm, Arena, and Supernova, the combo is done, it's perfected. And it's a relocate gone wrong.
Not be prepared for it perfectly. Quaifa top. He's also going to get attacked there by Vtoon. But yeah, just that's one thing Liquid has to be very careful. Like they don't really have the team fight this game to match in comparison versus Na'Vi. Na'Vi with this, we've seen them a couple times this tournament, either with Mars, Phoenix, and Willow. Mars, Phoenix +1. They're really good at predicting those type of movements, and they were just set up perfectly for it. Yeah, relocates have to be very careful under that egg. If they don't have Quaifa especially leading the charge, leading an initiation.
12-5. Na'Vi really giving Liquid a bit of a taste of their own medicine after the struggles that Na'Vi had in the first 2 games. Bottom lane, Iceberg.
Iceberg. Oh, the flame break pushed him away, but they do have the lasso still. He did save it from before. And they will be able to set up for another kill. So Quaifa's still getting quite a bit done here with these boots of travel. And as we said, Iceberg's got to be that big target every single time. If they know where he is, they're going to gun right for him with that bat. has to be a little bit more careful with his positioning, and I think he just can't show in lanes really so much as this Nature's Prophet right now.
And his game's not going to get much easier as well, but going for this Orchid build, going on the aggressive, you know, no sort of Blade Mail or BKB, but I mean, I would imagine he's going to have to build something defensive afterwards, right?
Absolutely. Actually, yeah, that is a good call. I mean, the Orchid, it doesn't really have that many incredible merits this game.
No.
The Spectre he's gonna be building Manta, and the other cores. I mean, silencing Death Prophet's always nice, but Boxy, he's already going for an item to counteract that. I'm pretty sure he's getting an early BKB this game.
Yeah, BKB's around, right? Quakefor as well.
Yeah.
So instantly, yeah. I mean, how close is Iceberg to the Orchid? He's okay. He's
Pretty much has it.
He's gonna have it.
See if he can get some kills and pickoffs and break them from getting those BKBs at their timings. Because, I mean, Liquid, when they do have those BKB timings, it is going to be strong with the two of them. Because then, as we said, Na'Vi, they have those big ultis that make their team fight so strong. BKBs just make them not really do much of anything. The Disruptor, the Phoenix, the Mars, it's going to make them a lot weaker in those fights. Blink already done on General. So now, if he's able to actually bait with Iceberg a lot of the times, they can set up some nice counter ganks. Iceberg can now show in lanes and have General sitting behind him, waiting for the movements of the Batrider.
There we go. Smoke up to come in with the big Blink reveal. See what General can get.
Sania.
Well, they'll jump themselves in onto him, and they'll settle for the Rubik.
The relocate comes in behind. They're going to glimpse out the Death Prophet, though.
Okay, Mickey haunts back over. Looks to always want to fly, but the Static Storm's down. Again, the combo. The Storm, the egg, the Arena is trapped Mickey in. He's trying to run away from the egg, but the Supernova Stun kicks into action. They won't have the damage to kill him, though. So they've got to start backing off. Liquid, can they chase for anything here? V-Tunes had the time to turn up. Quakefor having to be careful as V-Tunes starting to run him down. With the boosted travel speed, Quakefor should be fine. I'll make it out of there. Liquid just lucky to not lose anything more then, as again, just Na'Vi laying down this team fight combo and not really much else that Liquid could do other than try and run.
I feel like Liquid's actually pretty happy, all things considered, with that one there, right? Because of the way that hole kicks off. Like, Spectre lives. The Boxy situation is a bit of concern there, though, right? Exorcism pop, then he just gets glimpsed to the opposite side of the map, and he has no way to get back into the fight with this team. So nice glimpse coming out from Always Wanna Fly to move that position, and they still are able to invade the Ancients. V-Tune's still stealing a double stack here. So still applying that pressure and still forcing Liquid's reactions, which is exactly what they do want to be doing, especially before these BKBs do come out. Setting up for Quakefor up top. Very quick move from Always Wanna Fly.
Iceberg and General heading over. I don't know if there's any way that Quakefor can juke his way away from this. As the spear's out, silence as well. He's got a bit left on the Firefly.
He's actually out of vision now for them.
He is living.
Radiant's middle tower.
See how long
He's hiding.
he's able to. Ah, there.
Yeah, he'll get hit by the
General. Great spear down the tree line. Catches Quakefor out.
Bottom. They find Insania as well too. Quick, easy open wounds finds him.
And that's going to be V2's Manta pretty much done. So now no longer worried about the silences from the DP catching him off in the fights, and also having some sort of way to confuse Quakefor if Quakefor's ever trying to run him down and go for a quick lasso.
$6K gold lead. Na'Vi continuing to do a good job of applying this pressure, which they do need to apply because they are still playing versus the scary Spectre, who Mikke is getting good space. He's still not the same as that Lifestealer, but they still do want to be dictating the pace of the game, making these aggressive moves.
I have the ults ready to go again, Na'Vi, so good time to maybe try and do something. Is it the same moment where Haunt is back up once more? So they're not making a play onto the Spectre. Mikke is very likely to join in response.
Yep. They just have to be careful about how they do set up the moves to not get outnumbered. Because the thing is, like, Liquid can always just bring 3 heroes. Maybe even 4 because of the boots of travel from the bat. So they have to be very careful of how they make those moves. Liquid definitely still wants to get a little bit more time. They're very close to those double BKBs that'll help their fighting just so much more. Na'Vi looking to take advantage. Haste Rune on General. No offensive wards scouting this area out here. They've got a good read of Mikke's movements at the moment. Even with the scan now. Gonna sweep over to the triangle.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, they're right on top of Mikke.
Found him. And they go with a combo. Mickey, he's able to make his way out of the static storm, but the arena's out. Straight to the wall he goes. The General Spear as the exact one they're hunting for, Na'Vi. They get the jump on the Spectre, then they know that there's absolutely no chance that Liquid's going to try and turn and fight back.
Yeah, and they get him before he does get the timing. He's still pretty far from the Manta, still about 1,000 away. And also they cover the spear. I love that General does this. I've been watching this a lot too. He does get the bulwark off, so Insania not able to get the steal off today. Yeah, Liquid just still on the back foot, still trying to farm these BKB so they can take the fights. They will have the one finished, and I believe Koikfest is about to be done too. So that'll be big for them to fight into this, but Na'Vi, they're getting so much out of the map from these ultis right now. Roger, he's level 12, and he's got the Spirit Vessel done for some time now versus this huge healing lineup that Liquid has. This is going to be big.
Yeah, these level 2 eggs are going to be hard to deal with. We're seeing already with the team fight setup that Na'Vi have. It's very easy to just place the egg down with Liquid having no chance to take it out.
Yeah, BKB is going to help a lot, though. Like, the tethered target with the BKB, like, if it's boxy, he can actually kill that egg with the attack speed.
Yeah, that's true. Actually overcharges. Definitely something to take into account.
Ooh. They see Mickey again. There's a glimpse at the ready, too.
They're going to be able to do it a second time in a row. He's going to be pinned to the tree. He's got his blade mail out. The tether's coming in, but the static storm's down on the two of them. As he'll buy back Horn, the exorcism's out. Can Liquid turn this?
Can they catch? They need to get something big out of this buyback here.
The glimpse is going to be there onto Mickey. He's sent back. Always want to fly. He's going to go for the TP out, but he's not making it. They will use the lasso to guarantee the disruptor kill, but Na'Vi definitely able to really limit their losses there into a scenario where the Spectre's buying back to haunt in.
Aye, that was... Liquid just used a haunt, a lasso, and a buyback, and an exorcism to just kill, like, mostly the disruptor. They also do get Iceberg, but... That's a very expensive one for Liquid, and Na'Vi just continuing to go aggressive here. Boxy. V-Tune is just stalking him with that TP coming in from Iceberg.
I mean, he's got a BKB, but he's not got a TP. Boxy. So, well, he's standing his ground at the moment with the Siphon. Seems to be doing it quite well.
The IO is moving toward him. Taiga starting to make the way over, but they see the IO. They see Taiga with the ward. He actually can't go bail out his buddy as Boxy is trying.
BKB, but he's still dead. He's absolutely still dead. The physical they have certainly comes in. It's 20-9.
Owning these fights.
They are. This is it's really turning the series on its head. This game 3, just as much of a beatdown as game 1 and 2 have been. But the other way around.
Looking like the Na'Vi. Yeah, looking like the Na'Vi that we're used to seeing. With this disruptor making these aggressive plays. Yeah. Dictating the pace of the game, not letting Liquid just back up and get this type of farm. I mean, V-Tune, Manta, Deso, and Armlet is about to be done. Then they can start looking to threaten Roche too, where Liquid, they can't contest for a long time. These BKBs, they've come out now, but maybe a bit too slow as Mickey. He's been slowed down so much from these last few deaths.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're actually scanning, expecting that Roche at the moment already.
Yeah, definite space for Na'Vi to consider it with how quickly they're taking over the jungle of Liquid. This tier 2 tower on the top lane going down.
Dire's top tower.
And Koikfa without this, he has his BKB, so with team fights around him, it's a lot stronger for Liquid, but they have no way to catch. They have no way to start the fights, and Na'Vi has just so many different versions of being able to, with the glimpses, with just General jumping in, with the Phoenix, just so many different ways for them to do so. Yeah, until Liquid does have the blink on Koikfa, it feels like it's going to be hard for them to make their own play. They're going to have to do a lot of reactive plays for the most part here.
There we go.
Yeah, there goes the Roche. The Deso's online.
They do have their ults up, Liquid, and they're starting to move over. Haunts at the ready.
Okay. Manta also done on Mickey. Navi's expecting these moves, though.
Navi's going to come over with a
actually got a counter smoke. Oh.
See if General.
They're looking for Spectre.
Oh, if they can jump Mickey.
They still have really good vision up in the northern side of the jungle.
Got the high ground, Liquid. Koikfa's going to put the BKB General straight over. They'll jump out with the Infest. They're looking to burst out. Insania goes down. Lasso, sounded General. General falls. The Supernova off to the sidelines. Nobody can reach it. They're able to keep the egg alive. The stun connecting onto Mickey. He's now trapped in the storm. The kinetic field. Mickey goes down. He's out for 80. And now Na'Vi, they're ready to back off. Iceberg, TP's out. Quoifer's desperately trying to chase for more. Knocks back Vici with the flame break. The stolen glimpse used will bring him back into range.
Okay.
Of Tiger and Boxy. A big catch there from Insania with the glimpse.
And I mean, pretty decent fight there for Liquid. It does cost them some buybacks, but not too bad around the area, the way it all kicks off. All the ults from Na'Vi being used, but they get V2. They get the big kill.
And they stop Na'Vi from being able to take the Roshan for now. Bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Quoifer.
attack.
Is he going to be able to stop this? No, Iceberg. Self the TP. Quoifer not with anything at the ready.
Look at how General just gets full focus. The silence catches him. They throw the lasso, so no Mars ulti. The egg is pretty much perfect there. V2 able to stick on these targets.
Yeah, I mean, it's because I guess that's what it was at the start of the fight, right? It was the stolen static zone, right, from Insania.
Oh, yeah, good call on that one.
The first one was that,
that
when Mars came in, that's what messed up the whole initiation for him, the static storm. Because the second one we did see coming out was definitely that of Always Wanna Flies.
Good eye. Yeah, I didn't see that there.
Insania making some nice moves there, playing around with the Disruptors toolkit. A good glimpse at the end as well. I mean, it looked like it was going to be close to the Rage coming back up, but wasn't available.
It was.
And
Yeah,
now Na'Vi, they're going to try and go back in and finish this. They're still obviously at quite a lead, and V-Tune is still incredibly big.
They got that. Without Exorcism, there's no way. Like, Haunt might be very important, but we're really seeing that Boxy's actually doing the majority of damage inside of the fight still. Mickey is not quite online just yet, so without Exorcism, no way they do contest.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
V-Tune, Aegis at the ready.
Oh, this ward is actually full duration ward here up on that high ground. 15 seconds left on it. It's done so much work to scout all of Liquid's moves. Mech finished up on Taiga, so he is quite a lot stronger now on the IO. He did get this very late this game. Usually we see it between like 14 to 18. He just finished it up a few minutes ago. So they will have that big sustain kicking in that, I mean, could have actually saved quite a lot in the last few fights.
Boxy trying to poke a V-Tune.
V2?
Getting a little low. Just have to jump over towards Iceberg. Mickey doing as much as he can with the space that's left on the map, with Na'Vi pressuring the high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Koifa starting to get on the search. He has the Blink and the BKB. General is showing in mid, but he's got teammates very close.
That's a bit of a tough one to go for.
They've got their ults back available, though, for Liquid. So if they do see Na'Vi split up too much, they can look for opportunities to go for this. Na'Vi, though, not going to give them that chance. Sticking all together.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Seeing the next item coming out for Roger pretty soon. Shiva's. It's going to be another one to counteract that healing, which Liquid's draft is a lot about with the Spirit Siphon with the IO. It is a lot about just over-sustaining in the fights and just going for the long-duration team fights. That's what Liquid really wants, and that's what they're really thriving for. It's just a long-duration fight versus Na'Vi. Because Na'Vi, they do start to get weaker versus those long fights. Lifestealer, sure, he thrives in those long fights, but the Phoenix, the Mars, these heroes do suffer if they do get to that point where Liquid is able to survive the initial jumps. And they do find a catch. Actually going to use everything.
Ah, it's going to work. General. He'll go down.
Gets the ult off, though.
Can they do anything with this? Always Want to Fly. Comes in from the side. He's been able to trap Mickey. Mickey trying to manage his way out of it. But Mickey, he's falling low, and Mickey's going to go down.
He's just dead. Ends up not being worth it for Liquid at all as they set up for that kill and they lose their most important hero.
Yeah, I get. What was the case with Tiger? Was he didn't have the tether back up to take him out, or?
I'd have to re-see it. I didn't actually get to see what happened with Tiger there trying to save him. That was weird.
That's a big one. I mean, as you said, they threw everything in to kill General, only to end up still losing the Spectre yet again. Now Na'Vi, so they've still got this Aegis to play on V-Tune.
Oh, and look at this DD top. Quakefa, he's going to be able to swing over and maybe take that DD away from them at least. Yeah, he will. But yeah, Mickey, that's a couple deaths now in a row for him. Not getting the goal of just sticking around and surviving throughout these. Iceberg on the prowl, but Koikva, he has vision of him. They have to relocate back up in a second too. Taiga, he's going to pair with the Spectre. At the same time, General is TPing on the outpost to set up onto Boxy, it seems.
To Quaver. He's
There's
gonna
the
go
jump.
straight away with the setup. Relocate comes in. Iceberg immediately torn apart now by Mickey with the Manta. So they can make
Always
these
going to be a
pick-off
tough game
plays.
for Iceberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really much you can do
Boxy?
against that.
Still set up around him if they can get the spear initially. Boxy sees them now, though. And Boxy is also level 18, so he does have max level exorcism.
And now, you know, Mickey, he's got the basher complete, so whoever he does get on top of in these fights, they're going to be, you know, it's pretty hard for them to run away from the Spectre.
Yeah, he's going for just, he's counteracting the chorus. He's just itemizing to deal with the Nature's Prophet and that Lifestealer on the Spectre. I mean, it is a 9,000 gold lead for Na'Vi, but you can start seeing Liquid. They're getting some signs of hope for themselves with this lineup. Na'Vi have to start punching a little bit harder here just to stop Liquid from having this room.
They're going to come in with another big move with this smoke. General leading the way with V-Tune inside and ready to pop.
Liquid all playing together here.
Can you get the jump here, General? Boxy's
Boxy?
there, straight in they go. Boxy, how's his reaction going to be? He's going to put the BKB, get the telekinesis up onto General. General also silenced. Sentry dropped down. They've come in with the haunt. The egg's out, but they're looking to focus it. Can they kill the egg off in time? Quite for trying to hit in as well. They're going to be able to get it. They get the supernova taken out.
V-Tune's alone.
V-Tune is silenced, lassoed, locked down.
Uh-oh.
He's down the once. Can they do it a second time here? As they'll surround him. Iceberg teasing with TPing over. V-Tune's going to try and turn towards Boxy. Boxy still having the exorcism going.
Strong.
Iceberg comes in with the silence onto the bat as Quake's pushed over to the side. But Iceberg's dead. V-Tune's still trying to work with Boxy, but the heals of the exorcism bring back Boxy to full HP. Mickey has the badges. He surrounds the Lifestealer. V-Tune's trying to kill Quake, bring him down with him. Will get it. Quake goes down. V-Tune turns General. Big Spear pushes Mickey over towards the side. Boxy gets the silence out of the two of them. But V-Tune, he's living through it all with these armlet toggles, and now he's able to try and chase for another. As they catch Boxy, V-Tune will claim another. This Lifestealer surviving throughout it all, despite it looking to be a fight where Liquid were going to have the chance to take the lead.
I mean, V-Tune just holding his ground. He spent his gold as the fighter before the fight was happening. Got the Scotty, so he actually was able to stick on Boxy and just play around it really nicely. That Manta actually saves him at the end there. I feel like if he didn't have Manta there, the Desolate damage would have actually killed him. But having the illusions to not allow that makes him have this extra survivability. I cannot believe that V-Tune actually can take the fight for his team there. It looked like Liquid was going to clean up.
V-Tune keeping it clutch here. On par with the performances that we've come to be so used to seeing from him in this tournament.
Oh, Insania gets a big steal. He has the Infest stolen. That's actually massive with the Spectre. V-Tune trying to take advantage of the fact that Boxy's still dead. Really trying to push forward here down with this ulti on cooldown too. I feel like they have to find Insania if they look to make an aggressive move in the next fight. This Infest could actually change the fight. Relocate for the bounties and Taiga.
Only going to get the one of them.
Claim the one.
Still, easy money. It's quite fat.
I mean, V-Tune, if V-Tune wasn't able to hold his ground...
He's in for a bit of a surprise here. General V-Tune will jump out. BKB's not going to do anything for him here. As
V-Tune is just really holding his ground and really showing how damn good he is in this tournament. 11-1-5, just being that rock for the team that they really did need, it looked like, in that last fight. It was looking a little concerning. But now with a good window here, 60 seconds, no Batrider. And able to actually get some nice wards and D-wards in the triangle area, take over that high ground of Liquid.
Say, seeing Deso, Na'Vi can probably even try and push for the high ground. Basher done as well on V-Tune.
God, he is just so farmed, and he's also getting those items very accordingly to play versus that sustain lineup of Liquid. We now have the Scotty on the Lifestealer, the Shivas, and the Vessel on the Phoenix, so counteracting a lot of that healing in the fights.
Yeah, Mickey trying to get the Butterfly online will be pretty good, considering this is a game where there is no MKB. It's not part of V-Tune's build, so if Liquid can hold and Mickey can get the Butterfly done, You know, they are going to still get this Spectre to a point where VTune's going to struggle to deal with the Spectre. That's not if VTune hasn't, at that same time, got the money to just switch out one of his items and pick up an MKB, which is, with the way things are going, very likely with how much farm he is getting.
I mean, the other thing is, too, is like Navi's supports are scaling much harder than Liquid's at the moment. Sure, the Io and the Rubik, they have these crazy... They also have these crazy scaling just because of their toolkit, but look at Phoenix right now. Phoenix level 20, and Aghanim's on Disruptor is on the horizon.
Yeah, these ults are just being a huge issue for Liquid. We've only seen them, I think, the once actually be able to deal with the Supernova.
And Roche is back up. Navi, with these aggressive moves, can always get these Roshans for free, too. So Aegis and Cheese, Liquid's going to have to just deal with playing into that in most of these fights.
There's no way they come over here. Yeah, with this Aegis and Cheese, Navi's going to be ready to push high ground. There's no real reason for them to wait any longer with how big they are, how strong of a force VTune is going to be on the front.
Yeah, I think the only other thing they could look to wait for is that Aghanim's on Disruptor, because it is only 1,000 gold away. If they can look to help always want to fly get that one, it is such a big pickup. It can just prevent those BKBs, prevent the saves, Mantas, etc. Could be huge. Mika, he is going to commit the gold for the Butterfly in a second, too.
So the Butterfly do a lot against the Lifestealer's physical, but still, if he does get caught in these ultimates, it's going to be heavily on Tiger to make some clutch saves. Otherwise, the Spectre will still melt.
And it's very likely that all these ults, General, now he has his own BKB too. Ooh, he was actually stalking Koif, almost found him top. He has his own BKB too, so these ults, they're gonna get off. Like, unless they just kill them instantly during their last initial lift, General's gonna get his BKB off. He's gonna drop that ult. VTune. Oh, Insania tried to play there. I see what he was doing. The Infest was ending, so he jumped inside of the Spectre, but then, he doesn't have Infest anymore, so he actually just pops out. He doesn't stay inside Spectre. Yeah, Liquid trapped in their base at the moment. Na'Vi getting a lot more farm and always want to fly. Aghanim's in 100 gold.
He's already been hitting
these fights.
Excellent ults, so you know that he's going to be able to get that catch. It's quite far.
Get the lasso. VTune is pretty far up.
Drag him in.
He's pulled under tier 4s.
Okay, now where's the... What's the plan here? What's the plan for
break the
Na'Vi?
blinks.
How do they save him? He's able to rage and run, and that's actually enough. He okay, pops rage, he gets out there, but always want to fly, goes down.
Always want to fly,
without
he's
the
dead.
chance to pop a static storm. They've got the Yule's control onto VTune. Supernova and the arena is out. Quite from Boxy able to get their way out of the Onimus, though, with the BKBs. Boxy getting bashed. Tether coming in. Is it enough fields to keep him alive? Forced to the side. Boxy, he's going to be alive. Boxy will survive as he makes it up to the high ground and away. VTune turns towards Quite with the rage, takes out the bat. He's onto the high ground. Okay, off in the blade mail. Glimpse back into the spear.
Glimpse into the spear?
Beautiful combo there from Na'Vi. Iceberg's coming in with the BKB and the Sprout. Has he got the damage to take down Mickey? Not quite. Mickey's able to live. He's out. Only just. Will survive. Boxy jumps upon General with these catches, locking down Boxy. He's dead for 80 seconds. Insania is burning down General, and he'll get the kill in return. General will fall. But Liquid, they're without 3 members right now. Both Spectre and Rubik healing back up. Tiger's going to be back in 10, but Na'Vi's pushing on. They take the tier 3 onto the barracks, and they're going to get them. Liquid can't stop this, so Na'Vi get the mid-racks.
Ooh, repair kit. Repair kit is back up, though, Insania. He does have it.
Going for another one hit. It's VTune.
He's going right through that, though. Right through the repair kit.
This damage on VTune with it. Especially with the AC, or there's going to be a buyback coming in from
Sunray.
They've got the burn. I mean, Insania, he's doing so much damage, but VTune's able to turn. He's life-stealing his way back up.
The lasso
locks him down. They're still trying to finish him off, but VTune's still alive. He's
still alive.
Finally ticks out. They do get the kill upon him. Iceberg, he's teeping into the front lines, pots the BKB, but Mickey, he's got the bash.
He bashed.
Iceberg, he cannot run from this Spectre. Mickey's going to be able to clean up another here with these consistent bashes onto the Prophet. The damage, though, certainly done. Mid-racks have been wiped out. Top lane, barely the range rack standing. And Na'Vi certainly paying a bit of a price for that push. Still, though, it is an incredible lead they still hold. 21k advantage and significant base damage done now to Liquid.
And just really good ways of disengaging out of a very scary situation with Vtoon under tier 4s. They pop the Haunt to cancel the blinks on the backline of Na'Vi, but Vtoon can get to the range. He can get close enough to Mars and Phoenix, so they pop their egg, they pop their wall. And a pretty good fight there by Na'Vi. They got what they came for. But I mean, Mika, he did survive during all of it, which is pretty big. And he did get the cleanup kill onto Vtoon. He did get quite a bit, and he's level 25 now as well.
Yeah, we see him going for BKB himself. I mean, is this just a pretty impossible game to play just without the BKB?
Yeah, it really does feel like it. It's just too much damage. If he's ever just getting Sunray burned down too, it's percent damage. He needs this type of protection. I mean, I'm watching Insania a lot in these next few fights. With this Aether Lens, Telescope, and Stolen Sunray, it could be the difference maker.
The egg.
Oh, the egg is actually just down.
It's going to work. The arena's out straight away onto Mickey's jump. He's caught in the Static Storm. Tiger is healing him up a little bit. It's actually going to be enough. Mickey's trying to run. He's able to put the Manta in the Blade Mail. The Glimpse is there. They always want to fly. Has the control. Gets Mickey back into the front lines, and they're able to kill him off. Again, fantastic combos here from Na'Vi. Get them the big kill. Spectre's out and down. Boxy also caught out.
They just throw all their ults as soon as he does walk up. And, I mean, Insania with a pretty... I don't know what happened. His Sunray was pointing backwards. I feel like I've seen that a couple. He literally just Sunray backwards. That Sunray heal could have actually maybe saved Mickey when they were full committing on him.
But he did.
His Sunray was literally pointing completely sideways, and he was trying to turn it, but it wasn't able to do anything in the fights. And, yeah, Mickey just dies without getting any extra heals.
Repair kit, again, going to do nothing against the damage that Vtoon's doing as they're straight back into the base of Liquid. And Na'Vi looking to clean up these final racks. Insania is trying to slow things. The Haunt's going to be out. They're going to jump straight away onto Vtoon. They've got
the rage, though.
He's off to the side. Silence coming a little early whilst the rage still persists. Vtoon, he's able to jump into the Phoenix with the invest. Roger takes him back to safety with the dive. They'll get Vtoon out of there. Liquid desperately trying to chase to find something out of this. They use the 2 buyback. They'll get the way out of the Static Storm. Mickey, they'll find the bash onto Vtoon. Mickey, he's still looking for a target to get on top of. They've lost Tiger. They have to lift up onto Roger. Roger will go down. They get the Phoenix. What more can they find? Boxy, still with a bit of time left on the Exorcism. He turns with the Siphon onto Vtoon. Silence as well. They surround him with the illusions, but Vtoon is punching into Boxy. Has to back away, though. The physical damage being a little too much. Insania blinking in, trying to chase. As Vtoon
so speedy
continues to retreat.
Slow.
But Dagger,
lift they do.
Lift, have they got the damage? No, General pushes back Mickey with the spear. Silence does come out to Vtoon and the Siphon. The silence of the Siphon. Boxy was able to get it off before he heals himself up. They've taken him down. The Sunray's burning Mickey, but he's out to the side, and now he's actually in range of General. Boxy cleans up another double kill for the Death Prophet. 3 heroes dead right now on Na'Vi, and Liquid, they're not done. They're continuing to hunt. Silence out again. Boxy. These controls, the silence.
Iceberg's going for Megas.
So much here. He's trying to close it up, and he will be able to find that final racks. So Iceberg doing the damage here to the base and gets the objective complete.
Liquid somehow take the fight, though, with Mickey leading the charge, getting these chase kills. But yeah, the base is damaged. Oh, but they found the item.
They found the item. Illusionist Cape. And as we have come to see before, Liquid don't enter their final form until they've been Mega Creeped. And they've just been Mega Creeped.
And they did take out Vtoon again with this monster of the Lifestealer. I mean, they're Mega Creep. It's going to be quite a hill to climb, but let's see. This is where, like you said, this is where Liquid really starts to play the game.
BKB done on Mickey.
And they do have BKB done as well, too. I mean, he's still getting these good timings. He's still getting saved in a lot of these fights still, but it's tough for them versus this dual core of Na'Vi, but it feels like this tri-core because of this, how much damage these ults really do. This Sunray, in particular, out of the egg. And just the Static Storm control is still too much for Liquid to really deal with. They're going to have some crazy performance for Mickey to bring it back and take these fights.
And say if he's got a lot of money, any big items that he could be buying as the Rubik?
That's actually a good point. I mean, Ags is always good. He doesn't have anything like amazing. Stealing Static Storm's too hard. I mean, he wants buyback. Yeah. He used it before, though, right?
Yeah, so we'll buyback. Most buybacks on cooldown right now.
I mean, it's Ags or Aeon Disc is usually the only choice. He's going to go Ags. So.
For Na'Vi, I guess, no reason to rush it. You managed to get the Mega Creeps out, wait for Roshan.
Wait for Rosh, yeah.
Play it safe.
Now they just have to play very careful here now. Just don't look to make mistakes. Just let the waves do their thing. Let them keep Liquid in their base, and you just maximize your farm. Get all your next few things. I mean, they are still getting quite a bit too. It's like
Iceberg.
they still have some stuff. They have a lot to gain. Like General is still huge. He's still able to get a lot more too. And Iceberg, that's a. I mean, that is insane.
He just comes in and makes some treants.
What the?
I mean, he's
All right. Well, I mean, he gets away with it
yeah.
at least.
He's just like, hello, popping by. Have some treants in the base.
And now Aegis, Cheese, Refresher Shard. Fights were already hard. And how many 25s do we have as well? 4 level 25s on the side of Na'Vi as well, including the Phoenix being one of them.
And what they take.
Now Refresher Shard on the Phoenix. And, oh, a DD for V-Tune.
Oh.
And they're going to smoke with it. And they're going to look to close this game.
Yeah, they could probably just rage and hit the tier 4s. I mean, have they got fortification? What's fortification? Yeah, they have got fortification.
They do.
But Na'Vi's going to take these final towers and the Ancient pretty quickly if they get the chance.
V-Tune's going to kill heroes also very fast if he does get an Abyssal. Like, if Insania is too far up, he'll get the jump though, Insania.
Immediately, and they get the last super. The BKB was off on time on Iceberg. They'll dive in with the Supernova. Arena's down as well. Mickey trying to finish up Iceberg, but the cheese is popped. Iceberg back up to full HP. Tiger caught in the static storm. Both
Boxy.
him and Quite for a down. They've lost Boxy. They're down to the final 2. Na'Vi should have the space here to close this one up as only Insania and Mickey left alive. Na'Vi, they're looking to dive the fountain. They're going in. The spear will push Mickey kind of back to a bit of a safer place, but it's not safe enough. They just dive in the fountain, kill them all off. GG is called, and Na'Vi will be able to find the win here in Game 3.